Good morning. How we doing? We're starting over here today because we got minis to look at. Well, kind of. We kind of have new minis to look at. How we doing? We've got Alive Madness. Hello. Thank you so much for the sub for nice +3. Thank you, thank you. We've got bees. We got weights of mine. Thank you for the bits loading on in here this morning. We got butts. How we doing? So we have the Sunday article that we now look at on Mondays, and then yeah, we've got kind of new 40K to look at. Honor first, hello, how we doing? How was everyone's weekend before we dive in? I keep having to look over because you guys are in mini mode and not video game mode. You're way over there today. Rogue from X-Men's and the Kurt Warner movie my son was watching yesterday. The Vampire Show on HBO. It's only a few degrees from Kevin Bacon. I don't know either of those. Sorry. I'm so bad with keeping up with TV things that I'm still watching the X-Men cartoon from the 90s. So sorry, I don't know any of those. But yeah, that's we've got that today. This weekend for us was really kind of lazy and recovering from the con. Like I hard crashed Friday. I was just tired. Between travel and con and getting back to work and new workout routine, I was just tired. So it took Saturday to like really rest, do chores, that kind of stuff. And then yeah, kind of fiddled with I actually did some painting yesterday, like that I wanted to do, which is an Easter miracle. So that was our weekend. What have you guys been up to? Before we dive into the new 40K. What were you guys up to this weekend? Trying to think if there's anything else nerdy to share. That was a lot of I played some more Monster Hunter stories, which was really nice. We were tinkering with Gaslands and trying to get the primer on our cars. Apparently we can just blast it with one of the rattle cans and it was fine. So we did that yesterday and we tried like the scratch test this morning to see if it would flake off and seems to be fine. So we're gonna just blast all the cars so we can start working on those. And yeah, worked on Rathalos. Here he is. I was getting the markings on his wings. I'm actually having like a hard time because his wings are so textured that it's like getting the markings to make sense and look cool. Um, it's a weird one, automata. There's a word I didn't know could be something. I guess I'll look that up later. But yeah, the extra texture of his wings was making it actually really hard to do the to get the markings on there. So I don't know, I may, like, redo how I did the, like, cream sections, but I think he's come together okay. Yeah. I may move to his legs, put him on the base and see how I feel, but here, bro, welcome in, Romans, hello, thank you. This is Rathalos from Monster Hunter. I was just saying yesterday, I actually felt like painting, so I worked on him a bit yesterday. Get him ready for the board game. And then today we're gonna start Wolverine, but first, let's go ahead and pull up the Warhammer stuff to look at. Let's do that. Oh, let me scroll up. I was skimming before stream. Okay. So we'll start. Hey, Mythalion! I'll never found you out of Defcon. It's so big now, Mythalion. I think it's harder. That's why we use the Discord, because there's no way. How are you? What did you think of Adepticon? It's just now with the new venue, I think it's harder to run into people. There were people that I normally see that I only saw like once, if ever. It's so huge now. Alex, welcome in. How are you? All right, let's take a look at this was Sunday preview. We used to do them on Sundays, but now we're on Mondays. So Custodes up for pre-order this weekend. So we're just gonna do the quick skim. I won't read all of this, but we've got the Shield Captain. So that is in the box here. Oh wait, they were in the battle group. Now they're standalone. So if you wanted to just pick up the Shield Captain, we've also got the Custodian Guard Sodality. This group here. Build 6 Custodian Guard, of which can be honored the responsibility of carrying a Magisterium Vexilla and includes 12 helmeted and 11 unhelmeted heads for you to customize your chosen warriors of the Emperor. 6 more Custodians. Dee Dee, welcome in. They're coming for your wallet. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, Saturday, Dee Dee. Make sure you get your pre-order in. How are you? We ran into each other the first day. I was like, oh, now's a good time to send. Yeah, that's why we use the Discord. It's just so much easier. My friend got the Protoss box. Oh, for StarCraft. I'm waiting for the other Terran. The only Terran starter box. Nice, nice. It's we went to the booth and checked out some of that. The painted examples were very cool. All right, we've also got the Sentinel Guard Sodality. So this one's got 6 Sentinels, includes 7 unhelmeted heads, 6 helmeted heads with interchangeable plumes, 6 unique shields that are interchangeable across your elite infantry. So shield boys. Got shield boys and spear boys. Boys and gals, sorry. Sorry. I'll make sure. Venatari Sodality, so 6 more. I'm assuming with various numbers of helmeted and unhelmeted, because they keep pointing that out. Can we run as 1 large unit or 2 squads of 3? So if you want to get those, get some more tactical rocks. We've also got the Dreadnought. So this can build 2 variants, the Contemptor Achilles, armed with the Spear and Lastrum Stormbolter, Furnace Incinerator, or it's a Adrathic Combi Destructor mounted on each arm, or the sword-wielding Contemptor Galatus. Both variants are highly posable, come with multiple cosmetic options. Ooh. Ah. There's nothing on pre-order I want coming Saturday. By the time I can order it, some will be out of stock knowing GW sales, and probably. Probably. Tends to be how it goes. I've also got the Corona's Grav Carrier, so the cool tanks coming to plastic, which is, I say pretty exciting because the resin can be hard to work with, but I've seen that it is more parts to get the side pieces here, so I guess it depends how you feel about those being multiple parts. Is that for you? Or, oh, for real, I'm just a guy. Welcome in, how are you? Sorry, I was trying to smush all that together. How are you? Are the jump pack guys? I think this is all plastic now, yeah. I believe we can scroll back up to make sure, but I believe these are all plastic now. It doesn't say specifically, but I'm pretty sure these are all now plastic. We've also got the Caladius Grav Tank. Same thing. The Caladius Annihilator Grav Tank. And that's all for Custodes, but then we've got some Black Library here at the end. That's a fun cover. Always do such a nice job with the fancy covers. Everybody's full, welcome in. Thank you so much for a 30 stream streak. What the heck? Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate it. The Defilers got snapped up pretty quickly. I believe that. Yeah. It was a cool mini. You're marked safe from Black and Gold Custodies. I found the 30k custodies are scaled down, the same size. Oh, as an intercessor. My disappointment was immeasurable. My day was ruined. Oh, okay. We'll have to find another project together then. Alright, and the Warhammer Plus, how we roll is for how factions are expanded when designers want to add cool new miniatures, accompanying lore to the existing collection. Okay, so yeah, just bringing in new stuff. Deep Strike is with Weta Workshop. And then Masterclass, trying to... Cold take on White Armor. It's trying to do the speed read through there. But that's what we got. Who's going to be picking up some Custodies? Who's excited for more plastic here? Do you like the tanks? I think the tanks look nice. I'm glad they're not resin. I've painted many of those in resin. I'm glad that they will be plastic. I am curious to see what people think with them just being more pieces, but I'm glad they will be plastic. No waste of mine. Decided no. Dee all in though, so much plastic help. I'm glad more things will be plastic. I think that helps a lot of people. All right, and then are you guys ready for some new 40k? Some new? Ah. Ah. We've seen them on the table before. That's a fresh take on a classic kit, as dynamic as ever. Now equip the same powerful jump pack as the Assault Intercessors with jump packs. Here is dude that looks like old dude. You excited? That's the neat thing. There's always more Yellow Marines. Can never have enough custodian-sized intercessors. Oh, good. Your Yellow Marines are on my priming table right now. I didn't get to it this weekend, but I will. I will. Wait, says, I'm sitting on a few plastic Cerastus Knights, and I'm already wondering if they're going to Legends. Yeah, it's tough. All right, let's learn about the boy here. The Golden Helmet marks out Blood Angel as a veteran. He's also wielded an impressive master-crafted weapon and a plasma pistol. His armor is festooned. That's a great word. With additional iconography and Crux Terminatus just to underline his status within the chapter. Showing off another miniature from Armageddon box set next Monday. We'll have rules die for the new edition of 40k later this week. Make sure you've signed up. So give me more orcs. Give me more orcs. But there we go. There is your kind of new 40k mini. What do we think? And I think that's all they had this morning. I'll go back to double check. Yeah, that's all they've got right now. I'm sure as we keep streaming, we'll probably put some more new stuff up. But I am curious. Who's excited for New Edition? I feel like obviously we're not playing anymore. I feel a mix in the chat. I feel like some people ready to go play regularly. A lot of people kind of on the fence. Yeah. How we feeling while I get set up to do some painting here? I know there was a little bit about like the army building from last week. If you guys wanted to look into that. I'm already a big waffle on the 11th starter box. That's fair. Kind of looks like a jump back intercessor. I mean, I'm getting 20, but yeah. I'm moaning about the lack of blood angels bling, and they've been generic since forever. I think if you're going to be a starter box, you got to be generic, right? Because people are picking that up. More people are picking that up than a regular blood angel kit. I want the box for storage in the Marines, but no orcs for me. Give me my gosh darn floaty whirlwind GW. Real pump for orcs to be back in the starter. That's the side I want to see. The Marines look like Marines. Give me orcs. Give me orcs. Okay, let me double check that my camera's working. And actually, my lighting's a little goofy. 1 second. Okay. Sorry, I felt a little dark over there, but I guess that's correct. We'll find out in a second. Let's go ahead and swap on. Let me move you guys first. And then I'll hop over. Why is this so big? Okay. Okay. This camera just looks all sorts of off. I'm not gonna lie, I had to fight the camera again yesterday, so I think my project this week is to fix this gosh darn camera now, but we're here, it's working. We're gonna be working on Wolverine for Crisis Protocol. So we've been working on some Crisis Protocol. I've been doing the cell shaded kind of comic-y style. So there's Magneto, here's Rogue, and I think it's time to start the boy. It's time to start some Wolverine. So that's the plan today. I didn't do a Zenithal. I think we'll be okay though. I think once we get this yellow started, we'll be all right. Anyone else been doing some hobby? What do we got, chat? I think I'm gonna start with our darker yellow. Just to get a little better coverage here. Might actually play 11th, so I'm kind of pumped. I'm taking it as a sign to put more stuff on eBay. GB can only give you a new land speeder with the box. Let's see, Alex says I got inspired and finished up the rule set and first draft the character sheet for the LARP I'm writing. Let's go. It's nice when you get those little moments of inspiration. I'll give you the yours for commission credit. No. No, I'm not playing Warhammer. Nope, I'm putting more on eBay. If anyone needs some NIDs, some Skaven, eh? Hit your girl up. Not a stream without tech issues. It's what I'm fighting on her first is the new capture card for my Switch. Because it's also Elgato, it fights with my Elgato cameras if they're in the same like USB hub. So I've spaced everything out, but still sometimes it just fights me and I can't get it to stop. So if I ever want to play on my Switch and then try to go back to the camera, it's just like, no. It's like, okay. I'm gonna pull up a saved Wolverine reference. Let me pull him up here. There we go. It's bubbin' time. Bub. For a lot of my paint schemes, I'm going with the cartoon, and then obviously with the comic style. 11 just appears like 10th with more hoops. Las Vegas painting, War Machine tomorrow, writing more Hunter the Reckoning on Thursday. Let's go. Meant to give you a capture. Oh, I've got one. Yeah. It's just fighting me. It's just fighting me hard. Thank you though. It's just being a butt. I just gotta figure out where to put it in. There's no other. The other thing I was wondering is because we installed that PCIe, if I need to do something like in the BIOS to like update it or say like, hey, you're supposed to be like a high speed thingy. So I was trying to look into that yesterday, but I got a little distracted. Yeah, I don't know if anything needs to be done for the thing we installed. I don't know. I'm just gonna fight it. I'm just not gonna turn on the Switch until we're done with stream Tuesday. Wonder if there's a Dreadnought in the set, because they usually only show what's in the box in the trailer these days. Yeah, I don't know. Once they... I guess we'll wait till they're done showing us dudes in new hats to see. I'll see all the dudes with new hats. I have an extra from stream I was gonna read it. Yeah, this is the one that actually chat helped me get, so... It's the one where I ordered it, and then it got stuck in, like, Amazon limbo for, like, a month, and then it finally came through, and now I'm fighting it. Now it's being a butt. Jim Jams, thank you so much for 5 months of support. That's almost a whole year. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. What you up to today? We are starting Wolverine. I'm trying to get a base coat of his yellow. How's Adepticon? Excited for the X Factor models coming soon. Jubilee looks very good for X-Men. I haven't looked at it just yet. I have a starter set, but I haven't actually played a game yet. So when we played at Adepticon, Scott got to play, and we played with Noob Painter. But I haven't actually taken the X-Men out yet. How are you? Is this all yellow? Why does that feel wrong? Maybe we should grab the box for it. Once I remember where that's at. It's behind me. Let me grab it. Okay. Here we go. There's the boy. That's better. Get a full look at the suit. Oh. Shouldn't need to do anything in the BIOS. PCIe should be... should. Yes, I understand should, but... should and actually working are two different things. I'll say download the Legacy of Kain Defiance remaster. Had to reinstall it because I couldn't get past the EULA agreement they wanted you to read. Eventually got it working though, and it's so much fun. Jubilee has an ability called Wolverine. Turns him into a bodyguard for her. Very on brand from the animated series. That's fun. I was looking around at X-Men stuff last night, and there's a card that's just Jean. And it's every time Phoenix goes down, Cyclops or Wolverine gets to make an attack. And I thought that was funny. Because Slam and I yell that a lot. It's Jean. Where is Hot Man? You don't like Wolverine? What's wrong with Wolverine? Wolverine can be Hot Man. Wolverine. Still gonna save it later. I'll look at some stuff after stream. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna touch anything until probably end of stream week. Not worth it. After that, maybe. But speaking of stream week, we're gonna be painting today and tomorrow. Wednesday, we're gonna check out Where Winds Meet, which is a why do I want to say MMO? Is it technically an MMO? You can play it single player, but it's MMO feeling. But we're gonna check that out. It's been in my backlog for a little bit here. And then Thursday, I have actually applied to co-stream the Triple I Initiative. They have a showcase on Thursday. So we'll see if we get into that. If we get to co-stream, cool. Otherwise, we'll keep playing our game. So, got a mix of painting and gaming this week. Squeezel, welcome in. How are you? I like Wolverine with his huge Jackman, only because he wants to do his sing and dance. We keep making him be Wolverine. Poor Wolverine. Poor boy. Oh wait, this comes all the way down. Okay. Trying to figure out where his little boots stop. Alright. Even with our darker yellow, we're probably gonna need another coat to keep all this. So you guys know how yellow is. Just kind of a pain. Okay, by his neck is what I was. He's got black that comes down. Okay, so that's not yellow. And then skin tone here-ish. He's so small, it's kind of hard to tell where some of these cut off. Avian, hello. You're gonna be Wolverine till you're 90. 90, that's right. Avian, what you up to today? Till he's 90. Still gonna be super jacked at. His ass was in Les Mis, and they paired him off with Russell Crowe, who just got annihilated. I don't think I've actually seen that. It was one of those where it's like, oh yeah, I should see that when it, like, comes somewhere where I can, and then I never did. I actually the other night, I finally watched the movie Prey. It was okay. Didn't love it, but it was fine. That's how behind I am in TV and movies, yeah, that's how behind I am. Mhm. Yeah, I can't keep up with anything to save my well, actually, one. There's one I'm like we caught up on Frieren, so ready for next season. And then Slam and I watched the new Daredevil series. There's a new season out. So I watched that the other night. Look at that. I am not super behind on something. For once. For once. Is anyone else watching anything right now? Wolverine versus Robin Hood was my favorite part of Les Mis. Uh, But any of you who's a Broadway actor and Crow, who is very not. I remember seeing the reviews for it. Oh, I napped right out of seeing it. But I heard it was good. Am I wrong? Or are parts of it good? Is that what I'm hearing? Okay, where's your suit end, bud? I should have done the zenithal. I should have done the zenithal. Just so I could see him a little better. I don't know. Sometimes I just don't want to fire up the airbrush, and I don't know how to explain that. Like, some days I'm fine with it, and some days I'm like, "Ugh, I just don't want to do all this, you know? Okay. Well, that dries, because it'll obviously need another coat. Let's get some of our blue started. I think I want Calidor Sky, which I need to grab. Now you're behind One Piece. I feel like I'm just gonna wait for One Piece. Like, when it ends an arc or something, I'll just catch up. I can't do the, like, log in every now and then and figure out where I was and all that. Oh, you mean the anime? Yeah, it's one episode. I started to watch Star Wars Acolyte again. Is that the one that's good? Or I feel like people didn't like that one. I don't remember. My ate like a girl of a season half spamming spirit bombs. Yep. Yep. Clip Russell Crowe singing. It hurt. Oh. Been rewatching the One Piece live action just because it's been kind of wholesome for me. The anime was that for me. When the world's on fire, it's nice to have some people, you know, fighting the world government. It's strangely comforting. Who could have guessed? Pirates fighting the world government would be comforting right now. Started watching the Spawn animated series. So I have my friends who Todd McFarlane just ruins at the start. He explains the entire episode. If Keith David Spawn, you let Todd open. Such a letdown. Yeah, I haven't seen it, so chat if you'd like to hop in on Spawn while I try and figure out where this blue's gonna go. I'm just popping off. Elbow has to be the last act for this arc, but that's all I'll say. Yeah, no, I know it's about to go down. I just got really tired of, is there an episode? Is there not? What did I read last time? I'll just wait. Kind of like how Chainsaw Man just finished, so now I will go back and reread what I did last time because I barely remember it, and then finish it up. I don't like having to wait and refigure out where I'm at. It's very annoying. It's on HBO, it's animated. Very not for kids from the 90s. I don't know if we're gonna watch, since we've been watching X-Men, if we're gonna watch there's what, Evolution? And then 97? I don't know how much of that Slam wants to watch. I am here to consume all of it. This blue next to this darker yellow it's a lot. I wanted to start with that brighter yellow, but it would take like a million billion coats, so I do this. But yeah, that's what I've been trying to think if there's anything else. I've been reading. There's a TV show for the Silo series. I've been reading the first book, which has been pretty good. Enjoying it. Yeah, the idea was to read the book and then be able to watch the show, so enjoying that. I haven't been reading as much lately, but still before bed, try and get a chapter or two. Sorry. Those blues next to those yellows. Insane. He's looking so weird right now. There's only one season of X-Men 97 so far. Maybe Evolution. Yeah, I think timeline-wise, Evolution would be first anyway, but maybe not. If it's a direct continuation. I hadn't looked so much because we've still got stuff to watch, so. But Slam has also mentioned watching the Spider-Man cartoon, so I've never watched it, so that might be fun. See what we're feeling. I don't know how many seasons that is. I think it's a little bit longer as well. Also I didn't pull out like any paints today. Sorry, chat. I'm gonna have to find skin tones here in a minute. It's it's kind of wild. Now the painting streams feel weird. Now I'm so used to streaming video games that the painting ones feel weird. So I'm not as prepared today, sorry. It's nice feeling a little bit more motivated after Adepticon though. Like there are things I want to paint now. Where before it was like, I'll do commissions, then I'll stream video games. Now it's like, oh, I would like to work on some of my stuff. I think this weekend our board game group is going to play Crisis Protocol. So instead of Monster Hunter, take a day for some Crisis Protocol. So that's exciting. 90s Spider-Man, yeah. Keep ourselves in the 90s and keep catching me up. I was trying to decide if it's time to get the Marvel app also to start reading. I was kind of waiting until we finished like the cartoons and some of the recent stuff, but I'm getting caught up. It may be time to just go ahead and figure all that out. Anyone else watching or reading anything right now? What we got, chat? Waiting for that yellow to dry so I don't move it over. Shoulder stuff. Hey, Cornix. I'm painting my X-Force in the comic accurate colors. Don't know if that makes it easier. Welcome in. I think it's so fun, like, looking up a panel or something for reference. I enjoy doing some of this. Thinking of old cartoons. I watched the original G.I. Joe with my friends. It's so funny how much of it is recycled from other stuff. See, that's another one I never watched growing up. My brother and I weren't into it. It is really fun, though, like, going back as an adult to watch some of these things. Did I see a noob posted there's, like, an Animorphs? Was a TV show or movie is coming? Going back to Animorphs and Spider-Man and G.I. Joe. Oh, it's free on YouTube. It's bananas. If anyone needs some G.I. Joe today. We peaked in the 80s, thousands. I think, yeah. I think 90s, thousands. For sure. It's fun to go back to a lot of that. I think a lot of it, like for me, I'm going back to things that, like I mentioned, my brother and I just didn't get into the first time. So now it's like, well, all my other friends really love these things. It's time to go check them out. That's been fun. Going back to, obviously not 90s, but going back to replay Halo and share that with Slam was really fun. I don't know, there's something about it. Just going back to some of that. I feel like part of it, like we mentioned, the the world's on fire. So going back to these things that are a little more wholesome, a little more nostalgic, really nice. That's how high on drugs some of these people were when you go back. I think it's like sometimes you have that moment of like, this is a kid's cartoon. It's like, oh goodness. They let you get away with everything, huh? I forgot his little what this would be called. His undies. You watch these and just imagine the pure ski resort levels of cocaine that must have been some of the writing rooms. Yeah, but it's fun, you know? It's fun. I'll take it. Take it over some of the new stuff. Did we just solve the problem, chat? Did we just more, please? More. Uh, all right. Um, how does this work? Your little undies don't go around to the side. It's just belt back here. Okay, I'm not gonna question it. I'm gonna leave it for now. How does your outfit work, Wolverine? Okay, let's go ahead. Got a little bit more yellow. I'm trying to decide if I give the yellow a little bit more time to dry. I think we're okay. I am gonna swap to a sable brush though. Is anyone else doing some hobby today? What do we got, Chip? What's everyone been working on? Sounds like we've got some more Crisis Protocol. I was working on Rathalos. I want to work on some Trench Crusade, but my duders are a little undercured for the 3D print, so they're getting some sun time today. Trying to finish their cure. You're finishing the walls. Let's go, Dee Dee. Dee Dee's doing some house painting. Instead of mini painting. Paint some blackout minis later. Nice. Wait on paint to dry, then I can start basing AT-AT leg. Nice. I still want to say at every time. At. The Trench Crusade I picked up is Iron Sultanate, and I think that will be fun to work on. So I got the Warband, and then I got the Brazen Bull, which you guys know that's what I'm gonna start with. Thing is so sick. The Warwolf and the Brazen Bull are what got me to like look at Trench Crusade for the Kickstarter and stuff. They're just so cool. So as always, I'll start with the giant cool dude because I can't help myself. Can't help it. I give up and do something else instead. While you're waiting, the wait is too long. That's fair. What I like about Deadpool and Wolverine movies, the comic accurate costumes for X-Men, finally no more black leather jumpsuits. Yeah. I mean, they were figuring things out, you know? Trying to figure out what people would want from superhero movies. Pull in people who maybe aren't as familiar with the comics. Just figuring stuff out. Now it's fun to get the more accurate stuff. Need coffee? Sounds good. Well, Lou, did you get from Adepticon? I didn't get a whole lot. So I got the Trench Crusade I mentioned. I picked up Malifaux has a new edition, so I picked up the cards for my faction. And then we got a mat to play Crisis Protocol. So it's got the like the objectives already marked out on the mat, which is really nice. Makes setting up for deployment and terrain and stuff a lot easier, a lot faster. So yeah, I didn't spend a whole lot. Well, on minis at least. On minis didn't get a whole lot. I got plenty. So very excited. I think I spent more when I got home actually. Because we played Gaslands, which was a blast. So I came home and I ordered dice and templates to play Gaslands and got some Hot Wheels. And then I actually ordered yesterday, there is a Asgard set for Crisis Protocol. It's an older set, but they're not going to be in the new starter set. So it's a Thor that's not in the new set, a Loki that's different. Hela's not in the new starter set, and I wanted Hela. So I got that. And I think it was Valkyrie without her horse. So decided to pick that up to add to what I'll pick up later this year. Okay, is that all the yellow? Are we good? Let us find. I don't think they're out here. I want to find my like tanned skin tones. Just the highlight. Okay, part of it's out here. I was using it on someone, apparently. Alright, we gotta go dig for paint. Guess what Blood Bowl team's box I found? Uh-oh, in one of my closets. Trying to get. Is it the same one you picked up, Avia? Please. Wait, is that? Wait, hold on. Trying to remember if that's not. So you got like ogres, right? At Adepticon. I think if I were to paint Blood Bowl, the halflings are up there because I got the little critters with them. We'll take that. Really light. Dark. Actually, that's a little too dark. There's one. I want to go one darker than that. That might work, actually. Ogres, yes. Now you have to get the int. It's so fun, like, all the different, like, special characters. We talking about we've summoned Jezzy. Hello, how are you? We're painting a Wolverine, but Avian is finding Blood Bowl in his closet. How are you? Oh yeah, this work. Reaper, welcome in. How are you? Samantha wears 3. Maybe Lady Sif too, yeah. Sif is... she's in the starter box. Warriors 3 is also in there. Valkyrie with the Pegasus will be in there. So I'm gonna wait, because Asgard was the other force I was kind of looking at. So I'm gonna wait for that starter set, and then I will add the ones that I just bought to that. And then I'll have my set. Okay. We will be doing the cell shading, but I want to start with this shadow first. A lot of times with the cell shading, I start with kind of the middle color and then work up and down, but since we didn't zenithal and we're working off of black, I'm gonna start with our shadows. Work up. My Easter Friday was spent helping a coworker move. Now my back is tweaked. Should I find a nice place to bleed out? Get you an ice pack? That does sound like a rough weekend. Good on you for being the friend that helps move. I don't think I could do it anymore. Oh, we're waiting for more Midnight Suns release? It's hard because you now have... you have the other faction I would be interested in. Though I think I would go kind of defendery with it. But yeah, your guys dip into a whole bunch of cool stuff. I don't know, the more I learn about Marvel, the more of these packs I want. It's dangerous. Dangerous. Keep learning about different characters and stuff. Alright, trying to get up under his shoulders. Make sure we're... get between his body. Get his little face. Lyman asking Scott, got any cool at Adepticon? For those who went, who else got cool goodies at Adepticon? What do we get? Tell us the loot. Okay, how far does this go down? Where does your suit stop? I think it's right here. It is now. Okay, some of that will be the black. Actually, some of the black, like, striping comes over the shoulder. So we'll fix that in a little bit. But for now, I just want it blocked out. Just too much Blood Bowl. Just to try and build and paint. At least build so you can play, right? Try out the new teams. At least build. Where does your suit stop? No. I'm gonna say it's there, like the front. I'm just gonna match the front. I don't know. It's really hard to tell. I did clean the hobby bench, so let's start. Let's go. There is something about just we were joking with a friend, just throwing everything into a bucket or a box and just having a clean space. You'll have to deal with the bucket eventually, but for now, it's just nice to have a clean slate, you know? Does anyone else do the same when you get overwhelmed? That's what I do. It's just I grab a plastic tub and I sweep it all in, and at some point I will deal with it, but it is not this day. Let's see, Scott got a big dinosaur for Conquest, some Malifaux cards, wrong faction models for Trench Crusade, because I forgot which ones I owned. We learned what we had for Trench Crusade, yeah. Okay, what do I want to do next? Is it yellow time? Do we do a brighter yellow? Let's start brighter yellow. There are a lot of former Midnight Suns that could be added to the game, to the affiliation, yeah. You wouldn't want to dip into, like, Defenders. It's a lot of the same people, you just get more stuff. I also bought some nicer army painter brushes to see if I can tell the difference. Oh, you actually put most of what you cleaned up where it goes? Look at you. Look at you. This isn't the yellow I want. Sorry, chat. Or is it, actually? It's pretty... It might be. Let's try it. Wolverine, 10 different Ghost Riders, Morbius, Magic, Sister Grimm, yep. They got some cool options in there. Morbin time on Scott's team. Got some cool options. 45 stream streak. Let's go, Reaper. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. We are recovering. Retire from moving people, but Buddy is disadvantaged, so use the company Cube Van instead of him paying mover fees. That's nice. I'm glad you're able to do that. Glad you're able to help out. That's what I want. Man, it's so much brighter, but it might be exactly what I want. Defenders are boring. I want cheesy catchphrases, the affiliation. Well, yeah, but you can still take a lot of them. You just get more options, is all. But if you're not vibing with it, you're not vibing with it. I don't know that I like these yellows together. I feel like we just need to do more of him, and then we'll see if we like it. I'm also wondering if I go ahead and do some black lining real quick. No, I'm gonna push through it. Push through the weird phase. So I expect Scott to say every time he activates Morbius, absolutely. Leg my balls. Noob, welcome in. How are you? Scott is leg butting all over the place. Noob, I'm getting Wolverine ready. I was reading through some of my cards and stuff last night. Trying to prepare myself. Play some games. What you up to today? I feel like comic style this would all be. He's got some more like sculpted detail, but like his entire chest here would be. As always, we're fighting the yellow a little bit. Give me 1 second. Uh-oh, mainly emitting mucus? I'm sorry. Are you also sick? Are you fighting allergies? Sounds like Con Crud is hitting a few people late. That's why I ask. I think the only one I lost was Moon Knight. Oh, in the fight with Noob. I think that's right. He did pretty well. Still surprised Black Widow did as well as she did. She was a beast. I'm excited to see Hulk go now that we know he can attack twice in a turn. Hulk gonna smash a bunch. Is there a place to get cheaper Crisis Protocol? I think kind of the usual spots. You can find like miniature market or something like that. I don't know of like a specifically cheaper Crisis Protocol. A cold or something. I was gonna say I found those Asgard the Asgard box I wanted on eBay, but it was also from Canada, so I ended up paying too much money to get it shipped down here. Ended up being about the same if I had just Amazoned it, but I didn't realize that at the time, so is what it is. But you could try eBay. But yeah, I think it's just kind of the usual mini spots for trying to find a deal. Found proxy 3D prints on eBay. I bought used models. My cold and COVID shot did his job for Adepticon. Allergies in my hand, doing the full Zyrtecer Flonase, yeah. We also, the vitamin C, we do that every year and it helps us. The first year we didn't, and we were miserable. Now we make sure that we do it every year. I think we've been good every year since trying that. Then I try to avoid, like, sharing a drink or something with people. The usual stuff. Fellow space nerds, it is the lunar flyby day for the Artemis mission. How cool. I love getting, like, updates throughout the day. Just on socials and stuff. Is anyone else watching the Artemis stuff? I watched the launch, and then, yeah, whenever they, like, share little interviews and stuff, I tune in to watch those. I don't know that I like this base yellow. I don't know. Is there a place you're gonna get you're affiliated with and get kickbacks? I think for our EU friends, Element Games. So I'll throw that in. Where is my button? There it is. Yeah, if you're Europe friends, Element Games does carry Crisis Protocol, and that helps to support the stream. Here in the States, I can't think of one though. I don't have one, unfortunately. Maybe I need to start trying to find something. You need a Canada shipping friend? If it wasn't like having to go through eBay. Noble Knight Games had some built and used. There you go. Gonna take off. Have a good one here, Bray. Thanks for hanging out. I'll catch you next time. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to decide if I like this yellow combo or not. I'm gonna wait to do anything until I get the black lining, and we'll probably do one more yellow on top of it. So, just gonna wait. I'm not loving it the way I thought I would. The other option is we try Uriel yellow, but I feel like it's gonna be... I don't know. Let's try it on the other leg. See if I like that better. Right now I'm doing Flash Gets yellow, which is a little bit of a cooler yellow. And I'm wondering if I just don't like it as much. Let's try. We'll try Imperial Fist yellow instead. Clearly we don't use enough of this color, so we need some more. I think it's also what I used on Rogue, so maybe I just like this yellow better. Could be. Could be. Just afraid it's gonna be too dark. It's quite a bit darker on my palette. Why do you have a little bump on your knee? What is this? And yeah, I don't really like that either. I think the Flash gets more true to the... Especially the comic. The comic is a very bright yellow. Or the cartoon, sorry. I think Flash gets us the way. We just need to start getting our black lining, maybe. Let's go ahead and blackline his chest and see if that makes me feel better. Well, I imagine sometime tomorrow we'll get some really high quality pictures after they get sent back to Earth published, especially the cool stuff from during the comms blackout. Oh yeah, I can only imagine everything they're gonna bring back once they start posting all that. That one of like the full planet with the like aura around it was really pretty. The Earth's got aura, chat. That's basically gonna test. Shipping from Canada to US right now is unnecessarily expensive with the upfront duties, yeah. Those used to be waived. Oh, at certain values, gotcha. Yeah, I just had to get. If it was from like a store, then maybe, but I specifically had to eBay it up for that set because it's a an out of print set. So I just went for it. Earth be risen. That's right. Earth is look maxing. Okay, we're gonna get the black coming down here first. Guess we can go ahead and get a base coat on his mask too. So it's the matte black instead of the primer. Veteran Lieutenant Logan with his twin lightning claws. Absolutely. The Crown on Earth was an amazing shot. Beautiful contrast to the Apollo pictures. It was very cool. Very cool. Hey, Callus, welcome in. Give me pale blue dot vibes. Welcome, welcome. So, I don't know. It's like a cool putting things in perspective kind of shot too, you know? I don't know. It's nice to have a little bit of hope here with the space stuff. What are you up to today? Spandex Marines, your next faction. You know, no more custodies. Time to do some spandex. Oh my gosh, hold on, Jet. Trying to figure out how these black markings go. Darthfall, thank you so much for that sub. There it is in chat. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I appreciate the support. It's a shame Earth is flat and all these pictures are photographic trickery. Just illusions. Is that his belt? Yeah, it looks like it. Okay, hold on. These are very hard to see, chat. Give me 1 second. Because he's got like his muscle sculpt and then the suit sculpt over that, and then they're kind of overlapping. Kind of tricky to see what's what. He's just too swole for his own good. I can't see what's what. Okay. Calgar and a Leontar. That's the next Calgar model, yeah. We clearly need more of them. That's the next one. You figured it out. That's the next one. I'll paint it. I'll paint it in purple too. Purple and yellow. Riot, hello, how are you? Much to the detriment of the upper class. I live. Riot, welcome in. How are you? We're painting Wolverine. I'm trying to get his suit markings on here. And we'll do some black lining. What you up to today? The heck is this other? Okay, so that's the one. Actually, there's one above that. Which is really hard to see. Okay. Which means this other one should be... What? Who designed your suit, sir? Okay, it is 3. There's one like right next to his pecs, and then his rows of abs. Bill, welcome in. How are you? I'm doing well. What you up to today? Trying to figure out these silly suit markings, and then we'll be better. It's not sculpted there, is the... Might just have to paint it in. Okay, it's gonna rock it. Look at me, GW. I'm the leak now. Get your potato cam ready. See, Callus is currently working on retooling my commander deck. Oh, okay. Baron, which is it Prismari Spellslinger deck? Let's go. Are you going to be adding from Strixhaven? Because there's going to be a bunch. I'm excited to pick up the Prismari Commander, the Precon for that. That's I had a pod game last week of 3 Is It players, too, which are is it Varen? I was running the Reaper King, yet I was the problem. Occasionally -1/-1 counters are too scary. Well, clearly it's not the Is It players. No. No. That's funny. What a wild pod. I think at that point, it's just like, you also blow out Is It. If Loke isn't packing a bunch of abs, I don't want him. That was kind of wild, is because we watched the X-Men movies like back to back. Seeing his like body transformation from like first movie to last. Kind of wild. I don't know. I feel bad when he's just like, I haven't thought about sugar in 6 months. uh, the like insanely ripped, I just feel bad. Can't even think about sugar. I kind of wish I had pulled a reference from the comics to see how much black lining he gets. We're just gonna wing it for now, and if I need to add more, I'll add. Let me scroll up here. Working on the PGU new Gundam. Ooh, making my first Screamer Killer Tyranid. Let's go. Screamer Killer is fun. I hope you enjoy. Also, Gundam are always just like a satisfying project. The -1/- counters are scary for the little goblos, that's true. It's fun to see how the little goobers poof when I hit that everyone gets a -1/-1 counter, yep. Causes I wish Moco Game Store gets forgotten by the distributor. They aren't sending him any Strixhaven? I'm sorry. It's annoying. It's it's so goofy when like the distributor relationships are like that. We have a local store that used to get like a ton of Warhammer stuff, but same thing. I think they got put on the shit list, and they just kind of get whatever's left over at this point. And it used to be like the big store in the area. It's too bad. Walls are done. Let's go, Dee Dee. Congrats, congrats. You really are in a painting spree. Let's go. Jackman, he had to intentionally dehydrate himself for his shots. Oh yeah, yeah. Doing like the body, but like the extreme bodybuilding stuff. It's crazy. Wayne's latest movie is about him being a sheep herder that dies and his sheep solve the murder. It's like, I'm out. No more of this, please. Till you're 90. Conradson, how are you? We're working on Wolverine. What you up to today? He's gotta stay shredded till he's 90. And I feel bad every time they're just that dehydrated and cut. Distributors are getting greedy. Selling to stores at higher prices, so store sells at higher prices, everyone loses. Just a domino effect of awful. Okay, I think we're gonna hop right up to Tanskin. Keep the cell shaded look here. Now for shelves. You know, I asked you what you were gonna do with yourself, and you didn't know. Now you don't have to worry about it. Now you just go right back to those shelves. Right back to your happy place, Dee Dee. Don't even have to worry about it. Okay, let's test this and see if it's too big a jump or if it's right where we need. It feels like it's a big jump, but I feel like I keep saying that and then it's not enough of a jump, so I'm gonna keep it. Because if I do need to go back, that's easy to do. I'm gonna keep it for now. The jump always needs to be stronger than I think, so I'm gonna keep it. Thank you for believing in. I always believe in you, Dee Dee. You're gonna crush it. We're gonna meme about it, but you're gonna crush it. We're always gonna meme about the shelves, but you're still gonna crush it. I did have, kind of talking other hobbies. We were talking about, I'm gonna bring up Jezzy's dice bag again, because I love Jezzy's dice bag, and it just like, it lays flat open for dice. It's like a pencil bag, but like, the sides aren't very stiff. They're like just a regular fabric. And I'm tempted to get my sewing machine back out, because I haven't done anything with my sewing machine in a long time. I'm tempted to just get it out and fiddle with. Clearly I need more hobby things to work on, but I go on to do that. I did buy a pencil case though. That's a little closer to what I was looking for. It's still not it, but it's got like a spot for my templates and stuff, which I kind of like. It's not back here, unfortunately, but make sure you pick up another level. Make sure your level is level. All shelves, all levels. All right. We probably should have done some black lining on his arm first, but maybe we leave more of that for this. His arm's looking a little funky. We need to add some more shadow back. That's what we need to do. Is anyone else doing like other hobby stuff? Maybe not necessarily miniatures. Maybe more like what Dee Dee's up to. What we got, chat? Well, I get all of Wolverine's muscles painted in. Him being absolutely shredded does make it a little easier to pull out all the muscle groups, though. So I guess I'll take it. Try gotta make sure we do him justice for all this work he puts in. You walk away for 20 minutes, the model really comes together. I think he's getting there. Still not completely happy with the yellow, but I'm hoping as we work more colors, it'll come together closer to what I want, but we're getting there. More like shelves, more shelves. I've been building towns in Pocopia over the spring break. Nice. I need to go back and finish the main, like, quest chain for it. I have not done that yet. I got to the last area and I just don't like it as much. So I haven't finished it. Just bad, but I need to do that at some point. I considered streaming it just so I actually do it, but that seemed kind of, I don't know, seemed weird. The Pocopia Waffle House dream build. I have seen such wild buildings on socials. The Waffle House, there's a KFC and a Taco Bell I've seen. Someone built like a whole cyberpunk city with like the neon blocks and stuff. Looked sweet. You like rode an elevator down to it. It was intense. What else did I see for Pocopia? What are some of your favorite builds you guys have seen? We work on Wolverine's little face. I love this bag. One of the better local Nerd Craft Fair purchases. It was absolutely impulse purchase. It had My Little Pony on it. I love that it was just like an impulse buy for you, and I'm just like, I'm obsessed with it. I'm just like, I need that bag. I need a bag that folds like that. And that's like what it is like anything you get like mass produced has the stiffer sides, and that's not what I want. It's so funny to me that I'm so obsessed with it, but that's what it is. I'll just make my own. I think once the blue gets high, like, yeah, like that's just flat right now. I think that'll help. Like, you're right? Glaze my, so I can't glaze it because we're doing comic style. So, but yes, we do need more shading. Yeah. Sounds like the last area could use a Waffle House. I think you're right, Dee Dee. That's how I get back into Pocopia. Just building Waffle Houses everywhere. That's what we finally do. Alright, let me fight the skin tone a little bit. Raccoon City PD, throw that in there. Let's see, just those other hobby stuff. I gotta clean my garage. Some tools started to rust. I gotta clean them up. Got myself in a good place to start working on the basement again. Sorry, I remember you shared stuff for the basement a while back. What would be the next project for that? The next step. I remember it was a big project. I bought that bag with zero plans what I was gonna do with it. It became a dice bag, but I didn't want to carry a dice bag and a pencil case of dandy. That's perfect, though. It's perfect. No, all good, Jam Jams. I appreciate it. I think you're right in that we definitely need, like, as we keep shading, it'll. I'm just having a hard time seeing the vision right now, I think is all it is. We just gotta keep pushing. I think you're right. Just gotta keep working it. Keep working it. Oh, you said Doctor Strange's cape. Doctor Strange is another one I think would be really fun to paint. I think I also want to go over the yellow we tried and didn't like as much as I was hoping. Get that back out of here. Luna, welcome in. How are you today? We are painting Wolverine for Crisis Protocol. He's like slowly getting there. Getting there. I feel like by going through the starter set, it's also going to be me pushing myself enough on the comic style to kind of level up too. I'm hoping it is. We can push through all the uncomfy works in progress. I want to get this thing off his knee. It's bothering me. Looks like there's just like a little bit of something landed on his knee while he was drying. I'm gonna take that off. Take it off. Next basement project is adding a bathroom. Just a multi-step yeah. Involving plumbers, inspectors, fixing a crack in the foundations, many more adventures I don't even know about. As someone who has redone a bathroom and had to redo foundation, it's none of it's fun. Sorry. Okay. Just gonna paint right over that. What's weird about it? Just that like bit sticking up is not gonna help with comic style. Need it as flat as we can get it. Okay. Let's go ahead and set him down for a minute. Follow the shape of his muscles. Alive is good. I'm good here, trying to like get into work mode here. Got a lot of editing and stuff to do later. We did play Halo recently. Yeah, if you guys missed it, I'm gonna throw my YouTube in the chat. So I'm gonna catch up on the VOD channel today, but we did finish up Halo 4 on Wednesday. That was with Slam. If you want to see some of the clips and stuff, that's on my TikTok. It's also on YouTube Shorts, all that good stuff. It was a lot of fun. I'm glad Slam could join us for it. Now I've got to find something else to bother Slam with. Alright, he's coming together. Get this muscle here. I think we may start. Let me blackline this leg and see if that makes me feel better. Luckily, foundation is just a single basement wall crack. Shouldn't be too hard. Just gotta call people. New bathroom at least means little discovery of fun work others have done. I hope that that's all your foundation is. I hope that that's all it is. We had to put in like new piers and stuff for ours, and that was no fun. So I hope that that's all it is for you. I don't get in there and be like, oh, it's cracking because this and this need to be replaced. I hope so. Slam Screams, the playthrough. Oh, Slam, I remember him from Gears of War. Yeah. I'm just dragging him through all the Xbox co-op. Gears of War was a good time too. I'm a little sad. I'm kind of boycotting Xbox and Microsoft at the moment, so can't really go back to get more Halo and Gears of War at the moment, but They were a good time. Okay, anywhere else that needs like an obvious black line? Maybe we should just do more of this right now and then we'll clean it up as we go. Probably should. Micro slop, yep. Yep, no more Wort Wednesday. That's okay. We'll find something else to be silly in. If he's available, he's always welcome on stream. We're just gonna find new silliness, you know? Just a 65-year-old foundation. Got a little cracked at least when it rains. Need to make it stop leaking before I cover it with balls. I hope I hope that's all it is. I hope so. For your sake, I hope so. I'm such a pessimist when it comes to house stuff. It's like car stuff, right? It's like, oh, I just have to get this like replaced, and then they're like, $300 later. Ah. It's the meme of Steam watching awkwardly as all these companies trip over themselves. Exactly. That's what it is. Win by doing nothing. Nothing. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and start blacklining. We'll just do a bunch of blacklining until, you know, it feels a bit better. There is something with the comic cell shading style that just put this in. It's also got like I guess that's a seam in his costume. Go ahead and get that. Clean that up in a little bit. It sounds important unless you want an indoor pool. There you go. Just remap things a little bit. I do like some basement foundation. Fairly common in the Midwest. Chicago area, my experience. That's good. Here in Texas, what it means is like your entire foundation is shifting. And it's not really a little fix. So yeah, if you guys are a little more set up for that, that's good. Here it is usually an indication of something bad. Bigger. Did you and Slime play Borderlands 2? Negus says Borderlands 2, the pre-sequel Borderlands 3. No more Borderlands 4. We have. Yeah. I have, and I'm pretty sure he's mentioned he has. Yeah. That's a good suggestion though, Evian. Thank you. That's a good suggestion for co-oping. We may take him off his model holder here in a second. I'm having trouble getting to his. Give me your thigh, Wolverine. Give it. Trying to find good co-op shooters. Doesn't have to be a shooter either. It could be whatever. I'll bug him and see if there's anything he wants to play. But also I'll be honest, with streaming, I need to pick some stuff I can just go ham on myself too for growth stuff, you know? It's I'm gonna ask chat actually. It's interesting. I keep seeing more and more people saying that they don't like co-op streams because it feels like you can't actually talk to the streamer, which I kind of get because like some days it is hard when we're yapping back and forth, but also want to yap with chat. How do you guys feel about co-op streams? Doesn't have to be like our co-op stream, but like I know VTubers do a lot of collab streams. I Dawn. When I did a lookup, I was going, nope, they've played it. Don't think Nikki would care for it. I don't like co-op streams because like, oh. I like co-op streams because slam. Alright, noob. What are we co-oping? Noob's coming on stream. See noob do it better. Get in here, noob. Noob gets sick and the filter is gone. I like co-op streams sometimes. I don't really care one way or another if it's co-op streams. I know I said we're gonna blackline, but I wanna work on a skin I keep popping off of it. I'm kinda hoping once the skin gets highlighted, that'll help us with the yellow situation I'm not liking as much. Just not digging the yellow. That is helping a bit though. Just his little clumps of muscle we got going on here. He's not here to defend himself against this slander. Slam's working away. Is that a squirt bottle for him? Just a little spray bottle. A little bit I did stream. I found it easy to generate conversation because I had very little viewership. Yeah, it's I don't know. It's been interesting seeing people talk about it. I like co-op streams. Like when my VTubers I watch do it, I think they're very fun. But I definitely get both sides. I'm not actively trying to have a conversation with that person, so I feel like for big streams, it almost maybe works a little better because you're just kind of there in the moment with everyone. But if you're used to smaller streams and being able to talk directly to the streamer, I could see it being annoying. But I tend to watch bigger streamers when I'm on. The bamboo percentage printed is silly. 47% done, but only 84 of 294 layers printed. That ain't method. Means you've got some small layers. He would just delete my comment if he's here. Slam. I'm assuming I was working away today. Which is good. Slam been looking for work. Got work. Alright. I feel like trying to decide if we shade the blue down. I think we need to do both. We need to shade down a bit and then have another highlight. I'm trying to decide what colors I want to do that. I know I pulled out the Monument dark blue the other day. I must have put it back away. That was a really nice, like, shade. And then maybe go up to, like, Techless blue. Or I make myself actually keep blacklining. Probably the correct answer. Not all layers are equal. That's right. Some are thicker than others. Yeah. We're trying to get some more stuff for our table so we can crisis protocol. We printed some crisis protocol. We have another nozzle coming before we do anything like Gaslands, so we're waiting on that. Now we got some Trench Crusade we want to print. Let me just... I may look up some comic references later, see how much blacklining he actually gets. Because I only say that because, like, the Magneto that I'm using for reference has, like, crazy blacklining. It's a lot. Give the villain vibes. But if he gets a bit more than I'm thinking, then cool. I think it would help. I really love the real heavy blacklining they give Magneto. Looks sick. Percent of goop used, not layers printed. Tracking your goop. Well, okay, we got ads. I'll wait on oh, thank you, Lena. Okay, so we got ads for some, but not for everyone. But yeah, there's Magneto, and we've started Rogue. I'll wait for Riot to get back though. Twitch waits for me to send a chat message, but I'm back. Okay, we got out of resin printing, Riot. We don't like resin printing. Resin printing's rough because it just basically becomes another hobby. Between having to, like, fix the printer all the time and, yeah, wasn't our jam. I'm looking at his belt, and the belt in the cartoon is red, and I think I want to go with red. Looks like it's like a brown leather. Which one do I like more? Go brown, I guess. Either way will be fine. Be brown. Here it is. Go. President came and wait 6 hours to see if the print failed. Yeah. And it was like, it worked perfectly this time, but now this time, so sorry, none of it's gonna work. And it's like, okay, but why? So we just got really tired of the resin printing, so we picked up an FDM. Yeah. Resin printing takes a lot of post-processing. It's like, yeah, what we wanted, Riot, is what we get now with the bamboo. It was just like, oh, I like that. I'd like to print it. Put it on the thing. Tell the machine to print it. It prints, and you're good. And that's all you have to do. That's what we wanted. I didn't want to have to keep messing with splicers and clean up the machine and all the fiddling that comes with resin printing. For us, it's annoying. Some people like dealing with it. We don't. So yeah, we just got the FDM now. FDM, I can actively watch it and see if it fails. If the bamboo software doesn't catch it first, yeah, and apparently it's even got things to do that, so that's cool. Whenever that kicks into action, will be cool to see how that works. But yeah, we don't like the resin. I'm printing out some Gaslands weapons on my printer and see how they come out. Yeah, we're getting the smaller nozzle before we print any of the weapons, but I'm excited to see how those go. We did the brown. I'm kind of wishing we'd done the red. I think it'll be fine once we get it highlighted. I just started with our dark brown, so it feels very dark. Okay. I do think we need to dig out the blue. Let's get some blues out. Yeah, print this beautiful castle, please. Best I can do is fail at hour 23. Try again. That's exactly it, Dee Dee. It was just that for everything, and I didn't like it. Techless. I think that'll work. Dark blue. And Blue Labs printers are real easy. There's some downsides for power users, but it's a very average user friendly company. We are average user. I just want to say I want terrain for Crisis Protocol. Print. And then it prints. And then I'm happy. Yay. I don't want to mess with all the stuff. I just want to print stuff. And then paint stuff. I don't want to deal with any of the other stuff. I was going to print generic 3D models in rainbow foil filament to sell at the local art fair. That's right, you have to be the dragon person. Alright. Let's do some shading. LaserJet printers are 40 years old and still have issues. PC load letter. Alright. Where do you want to shade this boy? I think. Let's set him back down. Front of his shoulders. Bottoms of gloves. We gotta figure out his feet. I'm just gonna cross here, I think. Bloop. And bloop. If I ever get a printer, it'll be a bamboo, but I won't cut. Or I won't, because then I'll start mass producing the dumbest stuff. It's pretty nice for the terrain and stuff. I will say that. You've got especially as we're getting more into like skirmish games, just being able to print some buildings and stuff. It's just more of what we want to play right now. But like if you're doing Warhammer too, still a fair amount of stuff for that. It's big paper for you. They're afraid of lasers. I got an Office Space reference in stream where I ever got one at work. Amazing. I love that movie. Is it overplayed? Yeah, probably. Do I still love it? Yeah. You could 3D print some shelves. Scott's attacking me. You could think how many shelves you could have. You could. Alright, gotta get his shoe. Got a little bit of a shade as he's standing over it. No, smaller skirmish games are seemingly becoming more popular. I think, and I'll speak for myself first, just I don't want to paint any more armies. I don't mind for commission, that's fine. But for like my personal stuff, I don't want to paint another army. I think a lot of people in that boat. I think a lot of people who are like me and like beer and pretzel stuff, like Warhammer is going more competitive and likes to lean into more of the competitive scene, which is not my jam. So having the smaller games where like I don't have to paint Space Marine, I get to paint Wolverine, you know? And then when I'm done, I get to paint Magneto. Like that's just more fun for me to work on. So I think that's part of it. The other part is the economy sucks. Affording an army right now is really, really rough. Yeah. It's I bought this box with 10 dudes, all of my tokens. I can start playing for $100. Can't do that with Warhammer. Can't do that with Warhammer. Gonna ask chat. What are some of the other games you're getting into right now? I think the biggest game I still want to play is Conquest, but it's still not paint 50 of the same dude. At least my armies. Some of the armies, I will say, have more little dudes, but mine does not. Got bigger dudes. Brian's piling on and enabling me. That's true. You could go with the A one has the like spools separate. It's a little cheaper. You could. A little bit more affordable. Desire Paint an Army can be quicker to play a game. That's another one. When we would play Warhammer, that was our entire afternoon and sometimes evening, depending on if we were learning things or new codex, new minis. It's easily big chunk of your day. $100 is more than a kill team. Gotcha, little big game. Indie games, the ones that need to finally get are stuck in a backlog behind the shelves. See, we need the shelves to put those on the shelves. So we can shelf while we shelf. I get the Halo game. If I can end up with the desire to do anything hobby related, that's fair. Edie says, Conquest, Flames of War, Drop Fleet Commander, soon StarCraft. The StarCraft stuff did look really cool. It again is an army game, but the like painted examples they had in the display case were very cool. The A1 combo with the spool holders only 400. Only. It's still a chunk with, you know, the world. But a bit more friendly. I could play the Gaslands game in like 2 hours. Yeah. I mean, we brute forced our way through Price's Protocol, and I think about that. I think it was too much longer. And that was us not knowing anything we were doing. We played Space Kits at Adepticon. That was literally 30 minutes. You want to get into StarCraft too? I want to like Drop Fleet, but it looks like so many minis. Too spreadsheety for my current taste. I really don't know a whole lot about it other than it is Mantic, and I've seen some minis for it. Like gameplay-wise, I don't know what I would expect, I guess. Sorry, I'm fighting this yellow on the top of his head. Come on. Just don't dry streaky on me. Space Kids was so fun. It was such a silly game. I want to play more silly games, I think is what I discovered at Adepticon. I'm not miniature worn out. I'm Warhammer. I think is what I Like, I kind of knew, but clicked for me, like, for real, for real. I need to avoid Warhams, at the moment, at least. Play other stuff for a while. Okay. I think for Wolverine, we also need to get, like, one more highlight out. And maybe that's what my brain is missing. It's that one more highlight. Get, like, the, Dorn yellow, lemon ice type yellow out. He's getting there, but it's still not quite. New vlog. I made shells for my Warhammer. Now they're filled with 3D printed stuff like this one-to-one scale Poogie. Oh, let me catch up here. Could double the price for the P2S with AMS, all the fancy stuff. Thanks, StarCraft isn't too expensive. It's not as bad as Warhammer. I don't think unless you want a lot of different. Yeah, sorry, I meant the just the amount of stuff to paint. I don't think I could yeah, the larger scale stuff. I think you're right. I don't think it's as bad, but I don't want to paint that much. Personally. I think I'm more likely to get into something like Dystopian Wars, other than the large scale GW game. For paying the money, I want tons of little models instead. I want a Malifaux more too. I want cool minis, and I want to paint like 10 of them. So I can swap dudes out. I want to play with like 6 of them, but I mean, Crisis Protocol. You build a roster of like 10 and then you pay her down. That's cool. So many games out there with more novel outcomes than your dude dies. I'm excited you're getting to Gaslands. It's a fun, silly game. With all the like kit bashes I've seen for it, it's time. It's time. I don't know why I put it off for so long. I've read up on earlier editions, pretty much the successor to Battlefleet Gothic. That's what sold it for me. Battletech, both spaceships. Battletech, another indie game hiding in the backlog. Battletech continues to grow, which is wild. It's really cool to see, like, convention to convention, how many people are Battleteching. You can get the one from Bamboo that's also a laser engraver and a leather cutter, and then you could make anything. I didn't see that. That's I guess, the pricey one. That's wild. They changed all the models to scale like games. Now I'm stubborn. Oh, and I don't want to buy it again. We have a printer. We can spend the next few months printing a one-to-one scale Piccolo statue. Where would he'd have to be in the living room. He's like 7.5 foot tall if you wanna if you wanna do it. That's why everyone picks like Vegeta for that. Calling Battletech an indie. It is though, isn't it? Or at least it started as indie game. I have a Gen 1 Gaslands rulebook. Never gotten to play. It's so much fun, Reaper. I hope you get to play. I hope you get to. Battletech is too much of a spreadsheet game for me. I think the most appealing part of Battletech is you get started with like 1 or 2 models. As the H2D, only like $2,000. She didn't say no. You can even change the colors. Yeah. Even change the colors. Purple was out though. Sad. You see like on YouTube there's a 3D printed. I did see the Horus, yep. There's a lot of people do it for the anime stuff. I've seen someone's working on, I think, Ace from One Piece. I've seen some Luffy's. Seen Vegeta. But yeah, they do. A lot of the anime, they'll do the 1-to-1 giant scale prints. I just because Battletech is so old. Like it's from the early 80s. Feels weird, same. I guess every tabletop feels indie when you side to side with Warhammer is just such a force, you know? Or like, yeah, kind of comparing to D&D with other like tabletop games. It's so large. It's just its own category. I think, sorry, while we're like talking about indie games, I think that's why I didn't get into like Gaslands. I was like, well, I'm into Warhammer. I'm obviously very invested in Warhammer. Like, I'm gonna wait until Warhammer is fun again. And now, like, realizing more that it's like, oh, for me, it's not going to. Like, for me, it's gonna continue to be tournament focused, and that's not my jam. So I will leave it for the people whose that's their jam, you know? Realizing that's not me anymore, I guess. Is a good way to put it. Probably people haven't been as interested in other tabletop games. Yeah, I think if you're already invested and you're in that ecosystem, it's tough to be like, okay, I'm gonna check out something else and put my time towards something else. But like me, you could be a lot happier doing that, and you just don't know it because it is such a monster to compare to the others. Just a different world. The Warhammer, Minecraft, Fortnite, Lego killer. Yep, you know, franchise overwhelmingly dominant when the clickbait videos have those titles. The first game, Battle Droids, was 1984. That's crazy. Oh man, I don't think Techless Blue is what I want. I think it needs to go brighter. Let's see what that would be. Is that Lothern Blue would be the next one up? There's a time of Piccolo statue. 32 build plates, 37 inches tall. Holy shit. That's the same thing. Okay, I don't already know. Well, maybe. Where's my blue? Did I miss it? I might have missed it. Temple guard, no. Okay, I don't know where it is. What do I want to do about that? Actually, they said 11th is gonna be more narrative. Yeah, but then they showed how you build an army, and I'm like, pick them out. You can have a Piccolo for your Piccolo? 37 inches of Piccolo. There's another life size, but he's under 6 foot. Yeah, it's not life size. 3D printing community cannot handle. Cannot handle. God, imagine how many build plates that would be. What am I gonna do about this blue? What are we gonna do? Looking at the comic or the cartoon. I could also almost go up to just not what I started with though. We could try it. Let's try it. 137 parts, so maybe that many plates? I don't know. I love that you guys think about it before I ever do too. It's funny. Okay, how do I want to do this? This just doesn't look right, like the right color. I'm gonna put it together on the palette. I think it's gonna look. We're just gonna add white. I'm just gonna make our own. Heck it. Heck it. Mix them. I'm I'm not saying I'm more tempted. If I can't even get at bamboo, I need to put a bunch of blushing tech priests. You could print the tech priest to put around it. That's what we're saying, Dee Dee. You can do anything then. And then we get into, 3D sculpting so that you can make your tech priests and, just spirals from there. Just spirals from okay, there we go. We'll just make our own blue, gosh darn it. I think this would be Lothern blue if I had a Lothern blue, but apparently I don't. My mind just expanded. I can see the universe and you can sculpt, you can print it. You see that mountain? You can print it. If you get a printer, you can print another printer. That's always funny to me. It's like the printer setup where it's like, here, print this piece so you can finish your installation. It's like, wait. And the printers are printing each other. It's kind of wild. Okay, and then they do like an edge highlight, which I think might help. Yeah, I think it kind of works. Let me make this a little blockier. I'll be right back looking up tech preset steel. You know they're out there. They have to be. You know they're out there. Of all the things I have an STL for. Okay, this light blue is exactly what we needed. Heck yes. Okay. Let's get to work with this blue. What does everyone have coming up for the rest of today, chat? What we got going on? I mentioned I've just got a lot of editing today. I need to edit. We played a game called Raccoon on Thursday. It was really fun. Gotta get that edited for YouTube. I think I've got a couple shorts I need to edit. Actually, a thing that was a big part of the early 3D printing movement. Yeah, I remember people being like, oh, well, to do this bit, I've got to 3D print another piece and insert it. There was, I didn't know this. I guess with FDM printing, the little bits that, like, can't go back in the nozzle just, like, pop out of the machine. They just call it, like, printer poop. One of the first, the little poop shoot. You just print a little bucket to collect your FDM that can't go back in the machine. Oh, just print your little poop bucket. Getting someone to print your kit of parts, or building a bad printer. Print enough parts to print a good printer. Get your little poop catcher, yeah. That cracked me up, learning about some of that. Automatas. Yeah, it's fine. I have to ship out a 150-pound machine. Oh, we made it work? That sounds like a nightmare. I guess we should start his claws too, huh? At some point. They're not gonna be a ton of work, but we should probably. It seems pretty critical to the Wolverine miniature. When his claws started. He's getting there. My answer today: watch Artemis stuff, do taxes, maybe paint. Oh yeah, I guess if anyone else still needs to finish taxes. I didn't get that yellow out. Let's get that out, chat. 1 second. I think that's gonna help. This kind of yellow. We'll do that, and I'll go ahead and start his claws. I'll get a base coat on there. Just gray. Do just a nice neutral gray. Finish your taxes. Gonna have to do it before definitely on next year, unless you really want to bank. I always try and get ours in before we leave. It did crack me up how many people mentioned it this year, that they were trying to get it done before we left. We're all struggling with our taxes. All right. Claws started at least. Got a base coat. should do my taxes. I got my appointment with my nutritionist. Ooh, in a little bit as well. That's gonna be awesome, Jesse. I hope you get to learn all the things with the nutritionist. It's I don't know. It's definitely something I've thought about before, so I'm curious to see what you think. If you find it helpful. Power move, don't do taxes. Disclaimer, do not do the taxes. Should we in the States be doing our taxes? No. Personal opinion, but we do the things. We do the things. We use this one. You can't 3D print tax evasion. Everything else, though. Everything else, though. You know, with that attitude. Just haven't found the right STL yet. Yeah. You can't 3D print tax evasion. You sent me so hard. How my half a penny per dollar goes to NASA to keep going to NASA? I would like, yeah, a whole lot more of what I send them to go to NASA. Not the other shenanigans they keep doing. Imagine if we could pick where it goes. In theory, we should be able to. In theory. Oh. Okay, sorry if I go off camera. I'm trying to get the rest of his neck, but it's really hard to see. He's got so many muscles and veins all bulge in here. Okay, that looks better. The black coming over the shoulders is definitely a little tricky. Tricky to see. I think that's better. Okay. I just pretend my taxes go to NASA and SNAP. Medicare, and SNAP. And Medicare, Medicaid. Counterbalance people that don't want their taxes going there. If I could just send it to that, that'd be great. Because then the black just stops them. Oh, wait, no. Okay, I see it now. Hold on. Before I lose it again, let me get that black strap that goes around. There. Which means we also ended the suit right where it needs to end, which is great. Cool. Bloop, bloop. I said bloop, bloop, bloopin'. Yeah. Okay. We're just gonna ignore the back of this for a little bit. That'll be after stream. I'll get them sorted back here. I guess I'm gonna ask chat. Who do we want to work on tomorrow? It's kind of fun starting them on stream and then I'll finish them kind of together. Like here are the options, chat. I'll let you guys pick. So we haven't started Cyclops, Storm, Gambit. We have Sabretooth that could go with Wolverine. We have Beast, Mystique, or Toad. Who would you guys want to see tomorrow if we started someone else? I feel Storm is all primed and ready to go. She's in the... I should probably hit her with a matte coat, though. Everyone's primed, at least. Who we feeling, chat? Any preference, or should I just grab someone? I feel like if it's me, it'll either be Storm or Gambit. I think those are the two I'm... Beast, Gambit, Rogue. Rogue we have started. We need to get back to her. I think she's in the bucket of I will finish together. It's 2 for Gambit. Beast is really fun. I gave him the glasses in his book. We're not helping, we just named everyone. Okay, 2 for Toad, 2 for Gambit. Yeah, we can plan on Gambit tomorrow. And I'll actually do, like, my research and pull up some references, unlike we did for poor Wolverine here. I kinda wanna start this yellow. I think we'll do probably a couple Marvel Mondays, so we'll get everyone in at least a little bit, probably. I feel like Mystique I may do off stream and, like, Sabretooth, I don't know. I think their minis are not quite as like, Cyclops is also kind of a not super exciting mini. Toad was mentioned 4 times. Noob is throwing the vote. It's always Toad time. Alright, let's try this yellow and see if it finally pulls together what I want. Let's see. This may have been the missing piece, chat. I think it does help. Needs to dry a little bit. Cyclops more like boring Clops. You're right, though. You're right. We're watching that cartoon, and I want to like Cyclops, and I don't. I don't. I keep trying. I don't. I keep hoping he'll get more interesting, and then he doesn't. I think it's because, like, I know a lot of people do like Cyclops, and I'm like, what are you guys seeing that I'm not just yet? I'm not getting it yet. I want to get it. I do, but I'm not getting it. Any Cyclops lovers in the chat? What is it? Sell your mans to me. Lights is cool shades and a bright light. He just summons the punch dimension. Which is, like, kind of cool, but... Most exciting is getting killed because Gambit answered a phone call. Is this rigged? Or they're seeing more than Cyclops does? I don't get it. Kind of like, I kind of understand Phoenix. Phoenix is interesting. Jean Grey, very boring. Very, very boring. Which may also be why I don't super love Cyclops. Very, very boring, in my opinion. Not for me. I think also, like, just being next to some of these other characters that I just like way more. Like, I'm never gonna pick a Cyclops over Wolverine, you know? Or over, like, Rogue or Gambit. And I'm never gonna pick Cyclops. May just be what it is. Or maybe if I had him more in a vacuum, I'd be more interested. I think Phoenix was done because Gina's so ordinary. Yeah, she's just, I don't know. Again, not my jam. And that's okay. But I also, I tend to like the villains more than the heroes, so that could be part of it too. That could be part of it too. More villains, please. Okay, that last little bit of yellow is helping a whole bunch. Getting up to that top highlight, helping a whole bunch. Work on his face a little bit. I'm running out of paint on my palette though. Let's chat. Who are from your favorite? Doesn't have to be Marvel. Favorite superheroes. Go. Who would you want to work on if you could? feel like the Asgard set is will be fun for me because I like a lot of those characters. When that comes out. Alright, let's clean up this mask a little bit. I figure out what I want to do with his legs. He's got this seam on his pants. It's feeling very like tracksuity right now. We gotta clean this up a little bit. We talk about the danger room having simulation access to like the most powerful villains. How do the X-Men lose? They literally study attack patterns because it's the shonen anime curse. They're as exactly as strong or smart as they need to be for the story to continue. Exactly as strong or smart as they need to be. You can fight the logic or just enjoy. Maybe Danger Room uses ChatGPT and trains them wrong, or that. Or that. They are also out there, you know, powering up, doing different things. The villains aren't just sitting there doing the same thing over and over. I'm gonna assume that's where his suit ends. I gave him a little bit of, yeah, I just followed it around. I don't think it goes all the way up to his helmet, so I'm gonna leave it. Go on from here. Hey, Disposable Hero, welcome in. Ah, thank you. And my artist crushed it. I'm give you a little better look here. She crushed it. Thank you, thank you. How are you today? We're trying to work on Wolverine. I'm trying to get kind of the cell shading comic book style. He's getting there. I was really unsure at the start of stream, but we're getting there now. What are you up to? Danger Room Game Sentence is trying to off the X-Men. I'm trying to remember because like she's in Tokon as like an actual being. And I don't know the lore behind some of that. We'll find out. Being some Red Corsair Raiders, nice. Welcome on in. I've been getting more into Crisis Protocol. It's been really fun. So trying to get my X-Men ready to go. Leaning more into the skirmish stuff here lately than the bigger Warhammer stuff. Okay. Take a little break. Check him over here. Butts, welcome in. Thanks to the danger room. Practically the last thing I've been doing in there. I mean, who said that? Who indeed, Butts? Who could say such a thing? How are you? What you up to? Oh. I also did yesterday. I did a for my workout. I did my boxing straight into lifting weights. And I'm very sore today. Yesterday I felt like I could fight God. Today I'm hurting. I'm hurting pretty bad. I'm hurting pretty bad today. But like in a good way. I'll take it. Fighting God will have to wait till tomorrow when I'm recovered. I'm ready to be a JRPG. I've been in meetings all morning, arranging lunch for my on vacation family. Wait a second. Wait a second. Feel like they should be getting you lunch. I don't think that highlights right. Nope. I don't want to put that. I was trying to kind of follow the light down, but it doesn't look right. I think it needs to be the bottom bit of that muscle instead. I think it needs to kind of follow this. I'll come back and fix it. Oh, good. I think this one needs to go around in front a little bit more. Yeah. Funny how that works out, isn't it? Well, it's certainly interesting. Yeah, certainly interesting. I would figure out your lunch for you if I could. Well, I don't think that works. Okay, do a little bit of a highlight. I'm gonna finger smudge some of that. Real technique. Real artist hours right now. And then we'll do a little bit of black as a shape. Wait. Alright. What do I want to do next? I think the answer is black lime. I don't wanna. Let's get a little bit more of his belt before we do. Wolverine looking very cool. Thank you. We're getting there. Sound like chat wants to Gambit tomorrow, so I think we'll start him. I feel like Gambit and Storm are the ones I like want to make sure we do on stream. Taking a quick look again. Yeah. Beast too. Beast could be fun on stream. The others are a little more the minis are a little more basic. I think those for sure we can do. I feel like we have to do Toad at this point. I feel like our boy Toad has to come on. Alright, let's mix. I have a confession, chat. I didn't actually redo my wet palette before stream. That's how not used to painting streams I am now. So we may have to do that before I mix more blue. We'll just work on his back for a little bit. Chat did overwhelmingly vote for Toad. Noob out here throwing the vote again. He's just a goofy little guy, you know? He needs some love too. How many other streamers have worked on Toad, you know? Probably not as many as Wolverine. Probably not as many if I had to guess. Alright, again, trying to separate all these little muscle groups here. I feel like the side is always tricky. Like when I was doing the anime repaints and stuff, where it's like, gets like a little bit of the highlight, but you don't want to go overboard because it's the side of the mini. Always feels like it's kind of a weird spot. And then you get back to the back and it's a little easier again to know where that lighting is. Side's always a little goofy. Okay, he's got the same black striping around to the back, so as soon as that yellow is dry, we'll get that. And then we can do a bit more highlighting. This weird, the seam again, killing me. Do that. Okay. It's a non-metal metal problem, but even more so, yeah, I think there's just always those little bits where it's like, this doesn't quite feel right. Just gotta work your way through it a few times to make it feel right. Okay, get the other side. Slowly but surely. Does make me feel better for that one we kind of put on the side here. Does wrap around. So. Worked out. All right. There he is. There he is so far. Let's get a highlight on his belts. Might be too different. Well, no, kind of like it. We'll do a slightly different brown for a little more contrast. Give this a shot real quick. Kind of dig it. It's going, bub. I think getting some more highlights on here is definitely helping on her first. So we're getting there. Working around to the back and coming back for his belt right now. He getting there. Just pushing through the bits that feel weird. Just with the cell shading style. Because it does feel a little weird. You're fighting if you're coming from like Warhammer or something, you're fighting the urge to blend the whole time. It's very weird. You want to blend it out and you can't. Okay. I'll let that dry and see what we think. I did Tuscarora fur to bring in a little bit of that red again, but we'll see what we think. Okay. And then the belt, the X is actually black. So we'll leave the red in the recess. We'll do the black up. We'll leave the tiniest amount of red showing. Streamer is comic style exclusively. Want to see his stuff? I'm good. I like figuring out myself. Thank you though. I follow a lot of the ones that do the anime repaints. It's just making it mine. I just don't get a lot. I basically, the time I get to practice it is my personal projects, and you guys know how little of that I'm doing right now. I just need more time. Because I don't get to practice it on commissions or anything like that, so. Just trying to make it mine. I think it's coming together, though. I like it. We do need more of our blue mixed up, though, so let's do that real quick. Stop putting it off. I appreciate you, though. I think we'll do, trying to think. I want to highlight the blue before we leave. I'm trying to figure out for the mask and also, like, the black stripies, if that gets maybe an edge highlight. Probably the way to go. So we'll do that before we head out, and then, yeah, I think it's kind of to... He's at where I would put him to finish up with everyone else, so. Kind of just set him aside for a moment and then come back to him. But we got some good progress on Wolverine here. Less power, give her some cell shading commissions. I'm always up for him. Always up for him. Yeah, I can't do any more army, but I can do some anime or some comics. Okay, how do I want to do this boot? Get his toesies for sure. Trying to figure out how I wrap this around here. Do kind of the top of his. Kind of thinking how I did some of the Dragon Ball ones. He does have some like segments on the back. She's held the picnics project. I took it off for now just because we weren't doing as much hobby. And I've got so many Marines in my my schedule. What would you have me paint, Riot? Okay, I think that's working. Interesting commissions lately. It's a lot of armies at the moment. Um, which is interesting in its own way. So right now it's I got more yellow Marines. We got some more purple Marines. We have more knights, so more of the Day of the Dead knights. Uh, oops, let's see. Be working on those. I actually I have a Kingdom Death one. Um, I've reached out a couple times for the color scheme and they haven't gotten back to me. And I hope everything's okay. I need to reach out again today and see if we can get a color scheme picked out. But it's a little weird I haven't heard back. But life sometimes. So. Oh, Sadie, goodness. Okay, we're getting a delivery, I guess. Oh, Sadie's losing her mind behind me. Something I think you'd enjoy. Last time was a Kingdom Death figure. Yeah, we should have some Kingdom Death here soon, but I will follow up. Figure. My baby started barking when Sadie did, like they heard her. Oh, now she's coming back to tell us about it. Yeah, we heard. We are aware. What a goober. What a goober. She's always on guard duty. I think the best part is I think it's her food that's getting dropped off, so she's letting us know. That's what's next, but what's next? What do you mean? What do you mean? I can start the bidding? What's I'm missing something. I'm sorry. What's going on? My hair is also annoying me. Okay. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna stop excuses. Finish Wolverine. Grabbing a snack sounds good. I keep Wolverine. Oh, I see. Yellow or purple. How will we make it yellow? It will be yellow because I'm still building purple. Yeah. It'll be yellow first because they are built and I'm still building purple. But purple will be right after. I got characters built for purple. I need vehicles built for purple. Yay, and me! You should try the negotiation. I'm glad. I've got friends that I get to paint stuff for, and we get to hang out together. You know? I got the best deal here. Jeannie's a bit like Sadie, always barking. You got a barker too? She do love to bark. Oops. You're always cutting in line, people said. We just gotta build, otherwise, yeah. What I'll probably do is do some of the yellow, and then the characters that are ready, do some of the purple, while I batch paint the rest of the yellow. Slam welcome in. He does. He hates Doug's. How are you? We were getting the lore last night. I think we're getting there, Slam. I think we're getting a little bit, even a little bit more of the comic figured out for myself here. I'm getting there. You could send them built. Nah, we're getting them. We're getting them. It just takes me longer. Scott's actually helping me with the building wasted mines stuff. We're getting there though. We'll both be ready to go here soon. No worries. Looking good, bub. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. What you up to? Here's for anyone coming in. We got Wolverine. We've started Rogue. The difference in their yellows now is fun to see. Okay. I'm gonna think on that. And Magneto! Before I change my mind too much. There's what we got. I think tomorrow is gonna be Gambit. The new neighbors have very yappy dachshunds, so they're always setting her off. I'm going to batch paint yellow, slip in purple character plans. Not that I have a choice. Yeah, because you're unfortunately your next group is very batch painty. There's characters in the purple. I have a half-filled nightstand on my desk. It's been there for 2 months. I don't love building. Nah, we got you. We got you. We started building before we left for Adepticon, so just gotta get back to it. That's all. Master C, Scott likes to build. Scott's a very good builder, and he enjoys it. I can do it. I just don't enjoy it. It's not my favorite thing. I can do it. I've built Wasted Mind's previous stuff. I just don't enjoy it. She's more yellow than a yellow swamp bug in a skillet, that's right. Oh, I forgot to... Where's my phone? I found a team tactics slam while I was, like, reading through... I was trying to basically get myself ready to, like, play a game. And this isn't in the box. This isn't in the starter box. But I found... Oh, where'd it go? Stupid phone. Put my screenshots where I want them. I found... Gene! So this is when an allied Jean Grey is dazed or KO'd. After the effect is resolved, allied Cyclops or Wolverine may play this card. The character that played this card may immediately perform an attack. You can Jean! I think it's in the Phoenix box, but it's great that it's both of them. Yes, I enjoyed that. When I found that last night, I had to share. Because I was looking, okay, that's what it was. So when I was looking up building this box, because like I was trying to figure out like my leader and stuff, there actually isn't just a X-Men keyword. So if you want to take like all the good guys, it's Uncanny X-Men. But if I wanted to take Magneto as my leader, I have to do, I think it's Brotherhood of Mutants. And then I could take like a different group. So that's what I was trying to figure out last night. And so I started like reading all the like cards and stuff that I would get. So that was kind of fun. You could almost do like two, like if you wanted to split the box, you could do Uncanny X-Men and Brotherhood of Mutants and like play something potentially. But yeah, that was what I was trying to figure out last night. Let me catch up here. There's a few characters in the little yellow box. I didn't do that. It's all batch paint. I could though. 30 intercessors, 30. Oh, I know it's something. It's coming at some point. I'm prepared. I'm prepared. Cyclops has a rough go. We were talking earlier. I want to like Cyclops and I can't. I can't. I'm trying to like him. I don't. I don't. At least in the vacuum of the 1992 cartoon. I don't like him. I was timestamped you. I need to watch that after stream. The Tokon footage. The Savage Land stage shows Kazan as cat fighting Sauron in the background. Make you doing the Leo DiCaprio meme at the moment. I would absolutely. I was gonna watch that here after stream. I do want to watch. I want to watch all the Tokon stuff. Cyclops is the Ultramarines of X-Men. Yeah, yeah. He's fine. He's fine. He's quite good in 97. I think that's part of it too, is like how much will my opinion change when I start like reading the comics and stuff too. So that'll be kind of fun to watch. I'm gonna preface by saying I want to like everyone. I wanna enjoy everyone. It'll be interesting to see who I gravitate either to or away from as I watch and learn more. Magic look like she's gonna be a Nightmare Day 1. Yeah, that makes sense. Danger looks like Nightmare Day 7. Just line up your nightmares. Everyone except Jubilee. She's fine. I don't hate her. I don't really like her. She's fine. She's kind of funny. She's fine. Apparently, game-wise, sorry. Oh, is it Jim Jams? Someone in chat earlier said it looked like a good ad for the X-Men. I'm like, okay, sure. She's fine. I feel like, because we were kind of talking about, like, why would anyone pick Jubilee? I feel like if you were watching it in 1992, like, if your age was a little closer, you would probably like Jubilee a lot more. If that was your first, like, exposure to Jubilee. I could definitely understand. But yeah. 30-something-year-old Nikki not relating to Jubilee. It's like I was kind of a boring white guy. I was a prepper in high school type, yeah. Yeah. And I mean, like, I feel like every group, like superheroes and whatever, every group has that dude. He's just that dude. I'm just that dude. Just fine. I don't know. I feel like I was kind of mentioning like more people seem to really like Cyclops, and I'm not getting it yet. I'm not getting it. Not seeing it. Welcome back, Alex. Ooh, with food, what'd you get? So I Reddit power scales discussion. That was Hagrid and Spider-Man versus Smaug. That's quite the combo. Spider-Man clears Smaug by himself. Smaug got bodied by a normal man with a ballista again. She leaves her as a POV character for the night. Yeah, like if you were growing up with it, I totally get it. Totally get it. Coming in as adult Nikki, way past then. Not who I gravitate towards, but I get it. Nuggies and a Coke Zero, nice. I did carnitas last night for burrito bowls, and that's gonna be my lunch. I'm very excited. Ooh, maybe make some wraps also. What's next? Dobby and Killer Croc versus Sauron? Do it. Why not? Do it. Power scalers are always like they're always thinking of something. I'm just like, what are you what are you just thinking about during the day? Self-insert character. Yeah, I totally get it. If I were I don't say how old I would have been in 1992, but yeah, like if I was younger watching X-Men, totally get it. Totally get it. Hey Archivist, I knew Logan was a short guy. He's a little guy. He's just an angry little man. How are you? Well, they did comic accurate Wolverine for Deadpool 3. Short King Wolverine is hilarious. He's just an angry little man. He's great. He's definitely one of my favorites as we watch more of the cartoon. Wolverine continues to be great. I love Rogue and Gambit together. They're both just really fun, separately and together. Um, Beast is funny. I like Beast. Storm's so cool. We meme on her being a little extra, but Storm's great. I think those are my standouts. I dusted my own bones with that. Sorry. Sorry, it's hard bringing it up when the cartoon was You're never too old to yell the X-Men theme, and I will. I will. I was about 7 in 92. Magneto, yeah, I don't get a lot of them in the cartoon. I feel like in general, from what I have watched, Magneto definitely up there, but just not getting a lot of them in the cartoon. I need more. I need more. Where do I want to keep working? I should finish the skin tone back here. If it's still good on my palette, it's not. Okay, just kidding. We'll keep using what's on the palette. Since I was bad and I didn't reset my wet palette, I'm just gonna use up what we got. Apocalypse in 90s X-Men is amazing. He's cool. I think I got like 2 episodes of him. It's kind of wild how quickly it's going. Like, I know some of the like the main arcs just from like Slam telling me or me doing the like the Marvel wiki rabbit hole one day. And it's crazy how fast they go through some of it. I don't feel like I'm getting an accurate look at some of these characters, yeah. Like the super extendo hands. I'm excited to I think once we finish it, I want to start reading the comics and just like deep dive into some of it. Apocalypse 2 episodes, Mr. Sinister 2 episodes, Dark Phoenix 4 episodes. Yeah, like it's so fast. You get the gist of it, but we're absolutely cruising through X-Men. Just because it's, you know, kiddo show. It's been fun though. I'm glad we did it. Excited to do Spider-Man if we do Spider-Man. Gonna learn all the things, chat. Okay. Black lining back here. Gotta carve out his muscles. He's still got this weird line down his suit, so we'll do it again. I made a mess of it, but we'll keep going. We'll clean it up. I was trying to figure out how to explain that to chat. Oopsie doopsie. No genocide for Dark Phoenix. Yeah, they, my other for Magneto was the war, not the Holocaust. A little too much for the kiddo show. What do you think of the 11th edition so far? Unfortunately, Bill, have not been doing as much Warhammer, and I feel like 11th is going to be more of not much Warhammer for me. So I'm not as excited. I'm curious to see what all they do. Well, what do you think so far? I guess chat, same question. They showed the new mini earlier today. We took a look at that. Who was excited for 11th edition stuff? Well, I carve out Wolverine's cake. What do we think of 11th edition? Ooh. I cannot for saying enough. Yeah, the Star System Blood was not inhabited. You can put a Mark 7 helmet on an Intercessor now and paint in gold. You literally couldn't do that before. Nope. Unpossible. Now possible. Now possible. Wolverine's ass is more interesting than 11th. Look at this cake. Look at this. Okay. This weird line in his outfit. I don't know why it's goofing me up so badly, but it is. It shouldn't be, but it is. It's the Canadian maple cake right there. The change of objectives is very cool. No more mouse pads on the table. My brother is bad at list building in general. Making list building more important with the disposition determines missions. Yeah. I'm not too impressed so far. I was hoping for another loyal Primarch or something more exciting and fresh. That's fair. So I see this new system for how your army plays different objectives based on composition. I'll be relying on you and Wasted Mind heavily for for Warhammer feedback. I hope that people like it. Mostly because I wish I liked it, but I don't. Does that make sense? I want to like Warhammer, and I don't. Just don't right now. You know? But that's okay. We'll keep painting other stuff and all good. I hope those that are excited enjoy what they've done. His butt looks like 2 bucks hugging. Oh, that's right. Perturabo's coming. Probably Vulcan or Russ as well. Outside chance of Dorn. Man, I hope it's Vulcan so I can have a purple Vulcan. I was gonna say I wanna paint a Vulcan. I think I would absolutely paint a purple Vulcan, but like I might get a Vulcan myself just because Vulcan's sick. But I would absolutely paint purple Vulcan. Well, yeah, I'm gonna be excited for everyone else. I think this edition. That's where I'm at. I'm okay with that. I'm finally making peace with not liking Warhammer at the moment. Your Imperial Fist stuff from a while ago were amazing. Thank you. We're about to start some more. They're actually back on my my airbrush table behind me right now. We're gonna do some yellow, and we've been doing a dark gray for the stealthy guys, so like the Phobos armor. So we've got a little bit of those. But thank you, I appreciate that. Green Vulcan for yellow Vulcan. I'm gonna be painting so many Vulcans. But he's gonna be sick, so it's fine. Hopefully he's got some, some options. So we get at least some variety. Options would be cool. Certainly moving the Chaos Primarch faster than the Loyalist. Yeah. I feel like Loyalist ones are like a almost break glass in case of emergency type deal. I think there is a Primarch that nobody's expecting, just for them to say, "Ha! But you didn't see that coming." It is fun when they actually like catch everyone off guard, as opposed to like, "Oh yeah, he's been in the rumor thingy for like 3 years." That's not as fun, I don't think. Bill's a real one. Definitely not my alt account. I've literally seen all the Primarchs coming. The rumor channels have been telling me they're all coming any day now for at least 3 editions. Yep. Yep. Won't you feel silly when they actually do though? Won't you feel silly? All right. So highlight them cheeks. I think we do. How do I want to do that? Just right across the top. Okay. You might have to buy 2 kits for Ferris. They do have a 100% prediction rate by predicting every possible outcome, but, like, if it works, it works. Upgrade that ass, that's right. Uh, Rogodarn would be great to go with the Imperial Fists. But back for the chapters, I have absolutely no hope because their Primarch is unretcon permadead. Man, I really want it. I'm putting skin tone on the palette. I was gonna wait. I want it done. The other bit I need to start soon is the bases. I gotta figure out how to do the bases like comic-y style. It's gonna be very, very blocky concrete. Very, very blocky. I'll allow it. People continue to demand they get unpermadeaded for no good reason. I will never understand that. I always think it's so strange. Like, I understand wanting your guy, but, like, there's a very important reason he's there, you know, or not there. It's very weird to me. And, like, you can still get your guy. Just, you know, heresy it up. Not like he's just not available. Automata is so weird. I feel like I also, I don't know how I want to do it. We maybe one more month? I think between schedule and content changes, maybe time to do some updating. I was thinking about that the other day. I don't know how I want to do that though. Dead Primarchs should stay dead. Bit disappointed if they went there. Yeah, that would be. Sorry, I'm all over my words here. I already have a hard time sometimes with Warhammer, like, lore, just because they refuse to kill people. Like, there's so much plot armor, and I get it, because you're selling toys and everyone's got their favorites. I get it. I understand why it is the way that it is, but if you start doing that, too, it's almost like another level of, okay, like, I don't care anymore. Does that make sense? It's the next line. No permanent Primarchs, yeah, even less stakes than there already are. Yeah, you're just adding to the crazy amount of plot armor, whatever you want to call it. You're taking a lot of the drama away from yourself by it doesn't really matter. Surprised we haven't got another Gulliman model yet. I'm too busy doing Calgars. Yeah. Too busy making 5 Calgar. Gulliman in a leotard? I'd paint that. I'd paint that. Marnie is Gillamar. There we go. Just gets upgraded. Remember the off-screen York? Just to bring back a totally normal, not enhanced human back? Yep. Yeah. That's why I know other people really love the Warhammer lore. I can't get into it because of some of that. I have a hard time. I have a hard time. His little, I don't know, bikini thing also needs a highlight, I think. My wet palette keeps drying. Shit. Is there any other skin that I work on before this dries? Stop hopping around as much as I normally do. York, not York. I read it and I still didn't. The reason I accept the meme of the orc, simply refusing to believe he's dead. Collective consciousness just reincarnate him. It was stupid to kill him off screen. Should see him off in some epic end. Yeah, Armageddon fight. I agree with that too. If you are gonna do it, you have to do it. If you are gonna finally kill something, do it. Actually do it. The orcs just take that goddamn planet now, please. I'm tired of hearing about it. It's been how many years? It's been 84 years. Gork, Mork, and Yark are the three big orc gods. Yep, yep. Off-screen deaths. It's true. It could be like the other movies and things. If we didn't see it, it didn't like actually happen. Which I guess was the way to do that, but Armageddon's the Tatooine of Warhammer. It really is. Oh good, we're back here again. It really is. Oh, sorry, one second, chat. I wanna test something while we're here together. Talking for a test. Test, 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 test. Test, 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 test. Okay. Sorry. I went to go get a Racoin clip the other day, and my microphone wasn't in the clip for some reason. I haven't done anything, but that's just how it goes. Alright, well, we'll check that out later and see if it works. I just need it working before we do, Where Winds Meet on Wednesday. Bill, hello, how are you? They get rid of Twitch Prime subscriptions. I don't see the option. I don't think so. Are you on mobile or are you on PC? I think it might just be buried in the like the sub button. Like you might have to go in there to get to the Prime. What else do I want to do? We're kind of down to like his face. Obviously, I've got more to do down here. Trying to decide what paint I put on my palette to like finish him for today. I still have some dark blue. Let's do the boots. Speaking of Star Wars, saw a post about here's a map of the entire Star Wars universe. I was like, cool, we can keep visiting the same 4 planets. Yeah. Why even share it, bro? We know we're not going anywhere. On the web. Oh, it's a checkbox. Okay. Thank you, chat, for helping. Yeah, it should still be there. The exact way to it, I don't remember off the top of my head. I forget it's the top or bottom of the window. I always save my Prime for like GDQ and stuff, or if the fighting game tournaments are doing something fun. So it's been a little bit since I've done it. Thank you for the help. Forgotten Coast, yeah, D&D does the same. We've done a deep dive of Star Wars lore, and it's mad that they have this trove of like 25k years of history, and Disney just won't shift away from one family and 4 planets. It's actually wild. We were kind of talking about when we walked around at Adepticon. It was just like Legion and stuff like that. It was just like, because they had like the display boards and stuff, and it's like, imagine what they could do if they just got away from these same couple planets. I don't see it. I'm not sure, Bill. Sorry. I wish I knew more off the top of my head. Trying to think if I went to my page, if I'd be able to see it. Sometimes in streamer mode, I don't always see the same thing. Let me see though. If I go to my channel. Oh yeah, I just have manage your sub because I get essentially a free sub to myself. So unfortunately, I don't think I can help. Mine just has the little star for like general subscriptions. But I think if you go to like the sub area and scroll down, there is a checkbox for Prime. You're just like, what can we do? There's no lore to draw from. Also ignore that 40 years of books and comics. We can't monetize that. That's always wild to me too. For like a lot of series. You have so much stuff that you've already paid people to do that. So like, do that. You've already paid for it. I get that there's probably some like licensing and stuff like that, but maybe revisit it. Pull it back out. The expanded universe isn't real. It can't hurt you. I want it to hurt me. I want to see it. What's that with Kathleen Kennedy said? Oh, I'm not sure. Just make KOTOR the game the movie. I'm sorry. We do have some more, like, I think it's the same worlds again, but we do have some Star Wars games coming out. You guys excited for those? Gonna go pod racing? I think I need a break from Wolverine. His boots are not done. There's a few spots that I clearly need to work on a little bit more, but I think I need to step away from our boy for a little bit before I do that. I'm really happy with how far we've gotten though. I think he's coming together nicely. I just need to not look at him for a little bit. Or Star Wars Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast, the game, the movie. Might have to get the pod racing game just for old time's sake. I feel like that's one that everyone will pick up. I used to run the original game for hours on my dad's old Gateway 2000 PC. Hell yeah, Gateway. EU didn't go very far either. They blame it on safe warp travel lanes or something. EU power scaling. Wait, what's EU? The European Union did not want to go far. Disney really needed to toss it. It's a cow box, yes. Extended universe, thank you. Thank you. I'm excited for Gears of War E-Day later this year. I think we need to play more Gears of War before I can be excited. Yeah, you don't have warp travel in the EU yet? Shocked. I'm shocked. That's how you get around Europe so fast. Yeah, that's the thing. When we're always like, man, if I drive out 5 hours, I'm still in Texas. You're like, I'm actually in Poland now. It's because you got warp travel, cheaters. You cheaters. All right. I think this is we're gonna wrap up. I don't actually know what time it is. Okay, yeah, it's a little early. 5 hours on my Coruscant. That's not fair. It's not fair. Here is warp-based public transfer. It's not fair. It's not fair. All right, I think we're gonna take a break on Wolverine. I'm really happy with everything we got done on him, though. There's definitely some spots I need to revisit, either on my own or as we kind of finish everyone up together. But here's where we're at so far. With to me, my X-Men really are. We're getting there. Rogue, we definitely need to take another pass at. Magneto is great. I need to bring in more of the Black Lightning, and then I think I'll be happier with him. And then, yeah, start to get that cape worked up. But we're getting there. So for Gears E-Day cautiously. I feel like the last one didn't review as well. I don't remember. Just because we need to play more Gears before I pick up any more. But that's all, yeah. Tomorrow we're gonna do some more painting. So tomorrow I think we're gonna start Gambit. So if you guys are enjoying the Marvel goodies, we'll be back tomorrow with Gambit. Keep working through my starter box. If you want to follow YouTube, I'm going to be catching up the VOD channel today, and then I'm also editing Raccoon today, so keep an eye on YouTube for those if you want to check those out. Socials, I've been more active over on TikTok, Instagram, and Blue Sky. I actually posted one of our Halo 4 ones today, so we got, I think, final clip, maybe a couple more from Halo 4, but up on those today. And then Discord, if you want to come hang out in between streams, show us what you're working on, that's all in the Discord. That's there if you want to hang out. But thank you, everyone. I really appreciate it. I might take a quick look to see who is on today before we wrap up. But thank you, everyone. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for more painting. Bye-bye for now.